I'll just lay it here on the desk here, Mr. Holcomb, and if you'll start off by showing us your memory book and giving us your name and age first.
Yes. So what'll I say here?
Oh, just how old are you now? You had your 93rd birthday, I believe.
Yes,
there you're showing.
I will be 95 in October.
95 in October?
Yes, in October.
Gracious.
Nobody believes it.
Yes. Well,
that's Mr. Holcomb.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Mr. Holcomb there.
Yeah.
Oh, say, he was really handsome, wasn't he?
And that was when I was a girl.
Well, what a couple you must have been.
Well, we used to have good times, I tell you.
How old were you when you married?
About 28. I married late.
And how old was he? Close to the same?
Just the same, just a year older.
Uh-huh. Oh, you were such a pretty girl. How did you stay single long?
I had plenty. I was engaged to another man, and I had plenty of proposals, but my father didn't want me to get married. He didn't want to lose me.
How old were you when you were married, Mrs.
About
Holcomb?
28.
About 28?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to be an old maid.
You were one of the belles of the area at that time. I remember in the book. Yes. Oh, I should say. And you played in several plays that they had.
Oh, yes, we had a dramatic club. We had, we used to have good times.
You were born in California, though.
In Anaheim.
In Anaheim?
Yes.
You were born
in that home.
In this picture here was the home you were born on Los Angeles Street.
Yes, on Los Angeles Street. But it's gone. It's not there anymore. It's all torn down now. But always, that was a lovely home.
Oh, yes.
And on Los Angeles Street.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a lovely house.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. 11 rooms.
Oh,
right.
Now, was this
that was a tank house. A big tank house.
For your water.
I'll have to tell you about that.
Yeah.
And we had to have a horsepower to get the water out of the tank, out of the well, and up into the tank house. Into the tank.
You the horses were.
I had one horse was attached, and I sat in the middle on a seat.
Oh,
and I had to make that horse go around.
Did he just go round and round?
Yes, and the poor thing, I think she got pretty tired. And when he'd stop, I had a whip, and I just tapped him a little bit, and he'd go again. And one time, my brother said to me, the water is tasting awfully funny. There's something the matter. And he climbed up. He had to have a ladder to get to look into the tank. And there were 2 owls died in there.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's what made
the top up here.
Yes, that's what made the water taste so funny. So the authorities said you have to have all that drained. So we had to drain that all into the yard, and our whole yard was flooded.
I can imagine. How much water did this hold?
That's what I couldn't tell you. I don't know how many gallons. It was a pretty big tank.
Yes, you can see by the house.
And so we had to have it thoroughly cleansed, And
how long did that take?
Oh, that took about a week before we had to get water someplace else, while we were doing that.
Yeah.
So, but afterwards we had it all fixed again. But that poor horse, I used to feel sorry for that.
He went and didn't go anywhere.
No, didn't go anyplace. Oh, dear.
You mentioned that someone called Jimmy and asked if you had any antiques or mementos. I remember last time you were telling me that your father kept a diary one time when he took a trip home to Germany.
And they have that.
Also that your father first went to the gold fields before he came down here, and he worked there in the gold fields, I believe.
Yes, sure. He had dug enough gold there, I told you, to buy a dray.
That's right.
So he could, when the drain business.
Yes, and
And then he met my mother.
He met your mother in San Francisco?
Yes, she's also from Germany.
Yes, I know.
Yes, she met her. She was came with my aunt. Mm-hmm. They came from Germany. Mm-hmm. And then
that was about 1850 that they met in San Francisco.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
And then they lived there for until 57 when they came down here. And your father ran a dray there in San Francisco?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did he ever tell you much about those early days in San Francisco?
No, he didn't. You see, I was only a kid.
Yes,
and I wouldn't remember much about it. I'm sorry I didn't, that I didn't ask him more about things.
Mm-hmm. And how long did he work?
Then 20 families
20
got
families.
together and came to Anaheim and started Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
So my father was one of them. Yes, one of them.
And he was one of the 20.
Yes. And they all picked out 20 acres of land that they and my father took the one on Los Angeles Street.
Mm-hmm. That would have been about the first group of settlers that arrived. That was the first group of settlers in 1857. Was that about
that time?
About that time, at any rate.
I never can remember dates.
And then you had several brothers that were born here.
I had 3 brothers.
3 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had a sister also, didn't you?
Yes, I had a sister too.
And what was her name?
Dorothea.
Dorothea. And your brothers' names, I remember you told me before. One of them was Oscar.
Herman. Herman was the oldest one. He built, and by the way, he built our home.
Oh.
Built that home that we're living in. He was an architect. He was a graduate from Berkeley.
Oh, yes. And he built your home that shows in the picture.
Now, did he build this one?
Yes, he built that one.
And then he lived...
Our old home was back of that. Mm-hmm. You know, the old home.
Mm-hmm. About when was this new home that he designed built? Oh, about 1890 or...
Well, see, I was only a year old, and I lived with my aunt 11 years. Mm-hmm. And that's when we came down, and he had that house built.
So it was about when you were 10 or 12 years old that it was built. I see. So that would have been about very close to 1900. You were born in
1869.
1869. No, it would have been about 1890. Well, that's...
and my sister she was 7 years older, and she was able to keep house, you see.
Oh, yes.
And we were so glad. I didn't know my brothers. They were just strangers to me.
Oh,
you see, I had no childhood with them. I was up in Oakland living with my aunt. And my father got a housekeeper for the boys, and so that was the way it was.
Were you happy to come down here? I mean, did you like
I was so glad, but I didn't know anybody, and I cried. My father thought he'd have to take me back. And then I soon got acquainted with him.
Yeah.
My younger brother, it was funny, I remember that so well. He was sitting in the living room. Oh, we had a beautiful living room. Such a big, and the ceilings were so high at that time. And he was sitting at the piano, playing chopsticks. And I went up to him and put my arms around him and kissed him, and they just thought there was nobody like Minnie. Oh, dear.
Well, wasn't it rather difficult to get pianos out here at that time, or were there quite a few?
Now, I'll have to tell you. I'll tell you one thing. If you want to get more information, you ought to go to the Pioneer Homes.
Yes,
in Anaheim.
I'm going to visit down there. Yes, on West Street.
And you'll see the piano that was in the flood.
Oh, yes.
And it was damaged, but they brought it back, and it's there now and plays wonderfully. If the caretaker's there, she might play for you.
Oh, good. We'll have to go down there.
We really will. Yes. When was the flood?
That must have been in 1850, was it? I couldn't tell you.
Along in there.
I'm awfully...
Probably a little later than that, I think. But
yes.
Then, how old were you when the flood came along then? That was before you recollect.
Yes, that was...
In your early days, when you were just a young child here in Anaheim, you were telling us last time that you used to go swimming.
Oh, yes. That was when we came back, when my father took us back. I was 12 years old then,
yes, when you were 12.
Yes, we used to go swimming in the ditch.
Yeah.
And that was better swimming than we have now, too. It was good swimming.
And the funniest part of it was the girls, a lot of the girls wanted to come with me. They all wanted to go, too. There were about 6 of them. And I said, I don't know that I have enough to put a few girls to dress. And I just hunted up all the old things and we put them on. And I glanced in the clothes basket. And there was a part of my father's red underwear. He always used to wear flannel underwear. And I said, well, girls, I can't find anything else. I'm going to put those on. And going in the cold water, they shrunk. And they laughed. Oh, we had more fun. But my father didn't laugh about it.
I was going to say, what did your father say?
Oh, dear.
Yes. You were also mentioning in the early days here they had an ostrich farm. I believe
yes.
Mr. Atherton. Do you remember much about the ostrich?
They're pictured.
Yes.
Did you see it?
I saw the pictures in the book there. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we used to go out there and Mr. Atherton, we knew them quite well. And I used to pick up those little feathers, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Often pick those up.
They were quite lovely.
How long did they have ostriches here then in Anaheim?
Quite a time.
A great many years.
Yes. And then my father left on a tour of Germany, went back to see his folks right after 2 days after we were married.
Oh.
And he wanted me to go with him so bad.
Yes.
And I couldn't go.
No, of course not. How long was he gone to Germany?
3 months.
3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is your father here.
Yes, that's my father. I suppose that tells from the body.
Did your father have, he had an acreage here, was he raising grapes then?
He raised grapes and oranges and walnuts and everything that they raised at that time. You see, first the grapes came, then this disease came.
Yes.
Somebody said it was a woman who prayed for it, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
Yeah.
And
what is that? Somebody prayed for the disease again?
They were she was a minister's wife, and she prayed that the disease would come and kill all the vines so they wouldn't make any more wine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sure. But whether somebody said that wasn't true, but I think it was. I think she did.
Could be.
What type of denomination was she?
And the Methodist.
Yeah. They're usually.
And they did. They die.
They died within a year, didn't they?
And my father had 80 acres of vineyard, mind you.
80 acres.
And he had to employ with the Chinaman, you know, that was all.
Yes, the Chinese helped to pick the grapes.
And then they had to dig them out, dig the vines out.
Oh, and then he immediately planted what?
Then he planted oranges.
Oranges. And that was the start of the famous orange and walnut industry.
What was this minister's wife's name?
Chamberlain. Wasn't that a great thing to do?
Oh, gracious.
Well, she thought Anaheim, you know, they had a lot of saloons at that time in Anaheim.
The Anaheim wines were very famous. They were excellent.
My father shipped wine to New York and Chicago and all over.
It was a very, very fine wine.
He did. He made very good wine. All of it. He wasn't alone. It was himself. I remember one time he asked me, came in with a big sack of sugar. And he had an Indian basket. You know, the Indians used to have the wonderful basket that you could that you could put on fire and cook things in them. And he said, "Now I'm going to put that on the stove." And he said, I'm going to put the sugar in there, and while I'm out, he said, I want you to stir, keep on stirring that slowly. So he had a long, because that sugar, would pop up. He didn't want me to be near it, so he said, you just turn that slowly, because I want to put that in Angelica wine. Oh, that's the most delicious wine. I never drank very much of it, though. I got drunk anyway.
They made some good beer here, too, I believe, in the early days.
Oh, yes, Mr. Conrad. He had a big brewery.
What was his name?
Conrad.
Oh, Conrad.
You mentioned also that the Chinese people helped in picking the grapes.
Oh, they picked all the grapes, yes.
There was quite a Chinese colony here, and you remember last time mentioning, I believe you remember one of the
since he war, he had the big store, the Chinese store, and he had a dive too.
Oh. Do you remember very many of the Chinese people?
My, yes, so many of them. We knew them so well because my father employed so many of them. And they would, Chinese New Year's, they just load us with all sorts of things, how the Chinamen do. Candy and even kimonos and things like that. They were so nice.
I hadn't realized that there were Chinese in this area at all.
Oh, my, yes.
Did they leave later on then after the turn of the 1900s? Did a lot of them leave or?
Well, a lot of them went to San Francisco.
I thought.
Big Chinatown.
Yes, they moved back to San Francisco, I suppose, later on.
Yeah.
But you remember there was one very funny Chinese person. Would you tell us about him?
His pictures in there, too.
His pictures in the book.
Yeah, it was funny. And on holidays, he would dress up, and he'd have a drum tied around his waist, and a harmonica, and some other kind of an instrument, and he'd go around and dress up, He looked real decent. And everybody would give him some money, and that man got a lot of money, and he buried it. And some of the boys saw him bury that money.
Oh.
And they went out and dug it up. Wasn't that awful? And he told Mr. Hartung at the time, was the banker, and he said, well, I'll fool you. You bring in money to me. I put them in bank. I keep it for you. And so he did after that. And the funniest thing, when you give him money, he'd look at it and he'd say, I want woman head. You want woman head on woman head.
Yeah, coin.
On the coin.
Yes, that was
he was funny. And then we used to ask him to work for us, in the garden. But he'd dig up plants that and we prized. Oh, dear, there was lots of funny things.
You mentioned also last time, I think, that there was a lady in San Francisco that was instrumental in cleaning up San Francisco, the dives there.
Oh, yes.
Did you ever meet her?
Yes. She lived in Fullerton.
Oh, she lived in Fullerton.
Miss Cameron, her name was.
I
think she's still alive.
Is that right? You knew her then?
Oh, yes.
Would she be as old as you or older? Or?
Oh, she'd be older. I think I really haven't seen her, in years and years.
And she was the person that cleaned up the dives in San Francisco and took a lot of these girls out. And did you say she found them husbands, or what? What was that?
Yeah, that's what she did. There were a lot of good Chinamen in Chinatown. But these Chinamen in those dives, they were rotten. And they'd get those girls and put them down those dives, and they'd never see daylight again. And Miss Cameron said, that's terrible. She said, I'm going to do something about it. And she said, I'm going to go get 2 policemen and a guide, and I'm going down those dives. Oh, they said, you better not, Miss Cameron, it's dangerous. She said, I don't care. I'm going to save those girls from such a life. And she did. She saved many, many girls, and she started a school in Oakland. And they called her the Mother of Chinatown.
The Mother of Chinatown. And you think she may still be living up there?
She might, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I hardly think she is, though.
Yes, I have another book I read that mentions her work in San Francisco.
They closed all the dives.
Yes, she did a lot of good work there. Now, last time you told us a little bit about one time, I think in a shop or a store, you got some books. Would you tell us about that? And you tried to put some books in someplace into a store?
Oh, I tried to form a library.
Yes, would you tell us about that?
Well, they didn't, Anaheim, they didn't have a library, just a little town, and they said I could have that store, that little shop on Center Street if I wanted it.
On Center Street?
Yes, so I...
What kind of a shop was it?
Oh, just a room, much larger, larger than this. And the boys put up shelves for me, and they brought books, and I put them up, and I put up curtains, fixed it up real nice, and started it. But there wasn't anybody to help me at all. Didn't seem to care about it, So we just closed it up.
Yeah, what a pity.
Yeah.
How old were you then? That was before you were married.
That was before I was married, yes.
You would have been about...
about
20?
Yes, I should say about 19.
About 19 when you tried that. Well, that's too bad. But was there there was no library before that, or no place they could get books?
No.
The public library didn't start till after that.
And not till after that.
So that is too bad. Did you have many books? Did they find...
Oh, yes, they brought a lot of books, but nobody was interested. They didn't come in to read them, and they didn't... Oh, it was really... I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Do you think it was because they didn't know you were there? That the people who were really interested didn't know you were there?
Some of the girls, we take turns, to stay there. We kept it open all the time.
No, but I mean some of the people that lived in the outlying districts that would have liked it. Perhaps they didn't know that.
No, I don't know.
We didn't have radio and television.
No way of telling them,
You probably had, would you say, several hundred books?
Oh, my, yes. Every bit of that.
Every bit of that. Maybe 500.
Well, I don't know.
300 or 400, yeah. And then the people took the books back. Took
it back.
You gave the books back to the people that loaned them?
Back,
yes. Well, that may be one of the earliest libraries, or places where people could borrow books in this area. It probably was.
Nobody seemed to pay much attention to it.
Yeah, and it was a number of years later before they, I think, established any of the real public libraries.
Sure. Oh, my God.
How long did you have the library? How long did you keep it?
I think, I don't think much more over a month. I mean, you saw that it wasn't working. I said I couldn't I couldn't stay there all the time. And so nobody took any interest in it.
I suppose you remember most of the prominent settlers and pioneers that were leaders of the colony?
Sure, I knew all of them.
Who were some of those?
Well, there was Mr. Reiser.
Mr. Reiser.
Did you ever come across that name?
Yes, I came across the name in the book.
And he had what they called the Reiser's Opera House.
Oh, the Opera House. Oh,
where was the Opera House?
Well, we had our dramatic club. We used to go there and have... we used to give nice plays. In fact, we attempted to give the Octoroon.
Is that right?
And they were playing it in Los Angeles at the same time.
Oh, fancy that.
And that man heard about it, and he came down, and we had the going that night, and he said, "I must congratulate you." He said, "You're doing just as well as the professionals."
Well, wonderful.
We were quite pleased about it. Oh, we used to have there's so many things.
Did they bring in very many shows from other parts into this opera house?
Yes, there were a lot of great people bringing shows. Now, there's one lady came from Anaheim and from Los Angeles, and she went to give the name of the opera, not opera, but the play was a vision of fair women.
Oh.
And they wanted a queen, and she's supposed to sit on a throne, And these different women from I can't think of any now. It's all the time. You know, they would come and the Queen would have to say who they were. To the audience.
Oh, yes.
And we want a Queen, and so they selected me.
Oh.
And they made a big throne, made lovely robe for me, and a crown. And as these women came along, well, I'd have to say who they were.
From different countries, you mean?
Yes.
They'd be from different...
and who they were, and it was very interesting. And
well, I imagine
she thanked me very much that I did so well.
Well, excellent. Perhaps you remember Madame Majeska.
Oh, my, yes.
Do you really?
Yes, I knew her. Mrs. Langenberger. You've heard the name Langenberger?
Yes.
Well, they had their home, their place was right next to ours, on Lemon Street. And Madame Majeska was a great friend of Mrs. Langenberger, and Count Pazetta was her husband. And they used to visit there a good deal. And of course, I knew Mrs. Langenberger very well, and I'd go over there, and that's the way I met Madame Majeska. Oh, she was a beautiful woman. Her picture, you've seen it, haven't you?
Yes.
She lived here in Anaheim for a while. And then she moved out to a ranch out in the canyon. But first she lived in town here.
First she lived in town. And then she bought this place. And they still have her home up there in the canyon. Madame Majeska. Yes, she was a charming woman, and in Bauer's museum in Santa Ana, they have her a lot of her belongings, her dresses and her jewelry, things that she wore.
She was a very talented lady.
Oh my!
She never performed here, though, did she? One time, though, she did give a play at her home in the canyon, her ranch.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes. But were there any other famous actors or actresses or opera stars that came to Anaheim that you remember in the early days or performed here in the Opera House? I don't suppose there were very many outside performances. Mostly it was probably just your local dramatic performances.
Fullerton also had a dramatic club.
Did they? Yes.
So we used to go and I used to take part in a lot of them.
Yes.
It sounded like very interesting life.
I should say, I think they had a much more fascinating and interesting life in those days than we do now. What would you say was the reason you people had so much more of an enjoyable and fuller life than people nowadays?
Well, you know, all those people, the family that came from San Francisco, they were all intelligent people and were used to good living. And they all had nice homes, and we used to have very, very nice times.
Well, was your father, before he came over here, was he well-to-do in Germany?
No. Oh, no. He left Germany because he didn't believe in war. He wanted to get away from, Germany. All those countries are always talking about war.
Well, wasn't it quite expensive then for him to come over at that time?
Well, he came in a sailing vessel, and I think he worked his way over. I don't know much about that part of it because I was a kid and didn't, I wouldn't know much about it. I'm often sorry that I didn't ask him more about it.
Was your aunt, was that your mother's sister?
Yes.
They probably were very much alike then, weren't they?
Oh, very much. They were inseparable. My aunt immediately, when she knew my mother had passed on, she told my father to bring my sister and me right up. She would take. There were a lot of people. One day they wanted to, the Kramer, the Kramer Ranch, they wanted to adopt me.
Oh, is that true?
I'm trying to tell that to people. Well, look at what you could have been. You could have been a millionaire. Well, I said my father wouldn't think of such a thing.
Did your father enjoy his work with the land and the grapes? Did he like that type of work?
Yes, he liked it very much, very much, and he was very successful.
Yes, he must have been very successful.
He was successful.
Because he succeeded in all his agricultural operations,
yes.
Didn't he?
Yes, he was a very benevolent man. He helped people, so many people, get a start, you know.
And he lived to be quite an elder.
79.
79.
He died.
This is his picture.
Did he enjoy his trip back to Germany
a
lot?
Yes, he did. But 40 years.
Yes, 40 years he'd been away.
That he was away, yes. That's the picture of the Tribune here, not the Tribune, the Register. She saw this book lying on my bed, and Dr. Herb, Dr. Johnson of Anaheim, he was very famous. And she said, "Oh, Miss Holcomb, I'd love to see read those books." Well, I was very dubious after I'd lost my first book, the Mrs. MacArthur gave me, about loaning my book. So she said, "I'll take good care of them and bring them back to you or send them to you." I waited and waited and waited for months and months. I never heard from her. So one day I called her up. I said, "Vi, I'd love to have my book back." And I said, "You can keep Dr. Herb if you want it, but I want my Anaheim history." Well, she said, "All right, now I'll be sure and send it. I'll have a lovely cabin up at Seven Oaks. That's the place up at Seven Oaks."
Oh.
And they say that man came from England.
Oh.
There's the Seven Oaks in England.
Yes.
A book written Seven Oaks. I never read it. I always wanted to get it, but
Did you go down to Anaheim Landing or to the ocean much?
Oh, I should. We'd have a tent. My father
did you?
And put a tent up for us, and we girls, there'd 4 or 5 of us, we'd stay there, you know, in the tent. And have the best time. And the boys would come, they'd put up a tent a ways off.
You just...
And then one day, you know what they did? We had a kitchen off of the tent where we did our cooking. And one morning I got up and I couldn't make it. It smoked and smoked and smoked, and the boys had stuffed paper in the chimney. Oh, so we got even with them.
What did you do?
I'll tell you what we did. We had balls of cotton, you know, and we took pins and stuck them in all this way and put them down in the bed. And, they said, "What a mean deal."
You fixed them proper.
We fixed them properly,
How long would you stay over at the beach when you went down there and took your tent? A week?
Oh, pretty near a month.
Is that right? Oh, my. You must have got a beautiful tan in
we had to go bathing every day in the breakers. Oh, that was fun.
Were there a lot of people down there? Was it?
Yes, a big warehouse, and some woman would rent it, and then she divided it up in sections with canvas, and rent those rooms, you know.
Oh, I see.
Oh, my.
That was practically the first beach resort in the area, wasn't
really?
it?
What place is that called now? What would that be closest to now?
Seal Beach.
Seal Beach, that's right. I remember now. It's Seal Beach. It's
very close to Seal Beach.
And it was a little nicer than Seal Beach, though, I think. Was they more protected?
Yes. And it was. We used to have a lot of fun. And that woman that ran that house, she was very particular.
Were there any other celebrations that the people had at the beach? Were there parades, 4th of July things?
We used to have May Day. We used to have May Days. Have a big maypole and just have a lovely, and go to the canyon, to the Santiago Park, and we used to have.
Do you remember the parades
of
the Civil War veterans? Did they have many parades for Civil War veterans on 4th of July or anything like that?
I really don't know. I don't know. Absolutely. I've forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember a lot of the parades we used to have. Remember Mrs. Langenberger said, came over and asked me, said, May, wouldn't you like to be in the 4th of July parade? Why, I said, I don't know. I think it'd be all right. But she said, Mabel Langenberger, that was her daughter, said she'd like to be, and I've got a very, very pretty pheasant. And I know that you've got your horse. I always had a lovely horse.
Oh, wow.
And
you had your own horse also?
Yes. My father always had a nice horse for us. And
well, tell me, I have to know, was it side saddle or straddle?
No, it wasn't saddle, buggy horse.
Oh, buggy horse, and then your own buggy.
Yeah. And she said, would you loan us the horse? And you and Mabel ride in the parade. Oh, I said, that would be lovely. And so we dialed up Beauty and, just fixed her up. She looked nice. And we drove, and we were in the parade.
Oh.
And I remember that was the first parade I was ever in.
How old would you have been at that time?
Oh, about 16,
About 16, and that was the 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
And your horse was called Beauty.
Beauty.
Mm-hmm. What sort of carts or buggies did you have? They were very nice, weren't they?
What you call a phaeton.
What was the name?
Phaeton.
Phaeton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. And where were...
Just like a buggy, you know.
Yes. They were made in the East and shipped out here, or...
I guess so. I don't know where it belonged to Ms. Langenberger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, we used to have lots of fun.
I should say, you've really had a full and wonderful and happy
We did.
life.
We did.
Do you remember any of the other important pioneers that you would like to mention that were quite outstanding?
Well, there was... Well, you
of course, there's dozens of them in the book there.
Mr. Fisher, Anna Fisher was named after... She was the first baby born in Anaheim.
Oh, what was her name?
Fisher.
Fisher. Mm-hmm.
And her name was Anna.
Anna Fisher.
And that's where they got the name from. Anna and Heim is home, you know.
Oh, I see.
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Mm-hmm. Well, well, that's very interesting.
Were most of the early settlers German?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Was the German language spoken much?
Well, no, that's the funny part of it. When my father brought us home, he said, no, we're all going to speak German.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, all right. I spoke German with my aunt. She spoke German. She didn't get to speak English very well. And so and my father began talking English. Well, I said, Dad, you said that you wanted us to speak German. Well, he said, I don't speak German much anymore. And we just dropped it.
Yeah.
I felt, I feel badly today about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I'd like to, he said, you take German besides my school. He said, take German for a year. So I did. And I was very much pleased, but I've forgotten all about it.
Yes, you have to use it, don't you, or else you forget it very quickly.
Practice. Just like I took shorthand, and if you don't practice it, you forget it.
That's right. You went clear through high school here, didn't you?
Yes.
And you took shorthand in high school?
No, that was a private teacher.
Oh, you had a private teacher after high school.
Yeah.
Did you take anything else besides shorthand?
No. Just the German.
German and shorthand. Mm-hmm. And then did you work at some jobs before you were married? You didn't. You were at home, weren't you?
No, I was home.
Mm-hmm. And your sister was at home, too?
Yes, she was at home. Mm-hmm. No, we never... That was later, after my father passed away. Then a lot of us girls wanted to pack oranges.
That must have been very enjoyable work, packing the oranges. I suppose they had to have lots of help to get the oranges out.
They had a lot of help.
The trains
were Mexicans then.
Yes.
Mexicans. Mm-hmm. And then first they had Indians. to help.
Oh, yes.
When my father
And then what happened to the Indians? Did they...
They had reservations for them, you know.
And they went back to the... Well, they still have some reservations fairly close.
Oh, yes. There's one near Palm Springs, you know. And then there's another one, big reservation as you go into the Coachella Valley. I've been there lots of times to that reservation. And then the Mexicans were the last people to see. And you know,
the Chinese kind of replaced the Indians, and the Mexicans rather replaced the Chinese.
Yes.
And now that the Mexicans, they've just stayed with us, you know.
Yes, they become part of our culture.
Yes, we've sort of had a melting pot here in Anaheim with all the various peoples, haven't we? And they're still coming by the thousands.
Everybody wants to come to California.
Right, that's right.
I don't blame them. If I didn't live here, I'd want to come here.
My roommate here, she said, I'd much rather go and live in Missouri. Well, I said, why don't you go back?
Yeah, you're certainly...
I told her, why don't you go back?
Right. You're a living example, I think, Mrs. Holcomb, of what a wonderful place this is and has been. And you've played a large part in the early days of making it so.
And then after I was married, then I had a gay life.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, where is this house that you and your husband lived in? What street was it on?
We lived in our old home for quite a while. And then we moved to Fullerton.
Oh, you moved to Fullerton for a while.
That's Court of Arms.
Yes. Perhaps next time... Oh, I'll have to look at that. Oh, that's handsome. I can't read Latin. I've forgotten all that.
In English, Mr. Holcomb...
Fortitude. Courage and fortitude, isn't it?
Yes. There's a Holcomb Abbey in Fullerton.
Oh, I see. Oh, in England. Well, next time perhaps we can cover some of those things. We don't want to tire you out too much now at one time. And so next time, maybe...
When we were married, Mr. Holcomb was a very learned man. He was a graduate from Western University in Iowa. And he loved... He was so different from the boys that I went with here. And I noticed the difference. And I thought, oh, my, how different he is. And there was a masquerade ball. The native daughters gave her a masquerade ball. And I happened to be the Snow Queen. They wanted me to be the Snow Queen. And Dr. Ballard was the Snow King. and when they opened the doors, you know, they didn't tell us who we were because we hadn't asked for them. And Mr. Holcomb was there. I'd never met him in my life. Didn't know who he was. He was there as a reporter on one of the newspapers. And she was wondering who that lovely woman was. The Snow Queen. And then it happened that the Dramatic Club in Fullerton, they wanted to come to Fullerton to put on their play. And one of the girls had to go east because her mother passed away. And another one was sick, and they came over and wanted to know if I would take the leading part. I said, well, I'd love to if I can do it. Oh, you know you can. And my friend took the other part. So they gave the play, and they had to, of course, we had to practice a whole lot. Mr. Holcomb, I said they could all meet at our place. And one day, the night of the meeting, when the bell rang, I went to the door, and there stood a man I'd never met before in my life. And he said, I'm Mr. Holcomb, and I'm supposed to take the leading part of the men. Oh, I said, well, come in. I said, they're all going to meet here. And then he said, are you the young lady that was Snow Queen? And I said, yes. And from then on, that was quite romantic.
Yes, I should say.
Well, that was a romantic meeting.
Yes, sure. I thought it was, too. And then he was, Mr. Holcomb loved literature, and he loved all the operas. And I think I've seen every opera.
Is that right?
Isn't that wonderful?
And the Shakespearean plays. He loved those. And none of the other boys that ever went with cared any about that, you know. Well, they just didn't have money either.
How long after you met Mr. Holcomb, how many years did you go with him before you were married?
Oh, about a year.
About a year.
Yeah. I told him my father didn't want me to get married.
Why? Why didn't he want you to marry?
Oh, he wanted to keep me. He didn't want to part with me. He was a baby, you know.
Yeah.
He just did everything.